Today, Kevin and I are going to be working our way through this whole box of chocolates. This is Bissinger's. This is Christmas at Bissinger's. And this is a 16-piece assortment of chocolate. Now, there aren't 16 different pieces, so we won't be eating 16, but there are quite a few in here that we'll be trying. This is an 8-ounce, 227-gram box, and it was $35.95. at Barnes & Noble Bookseller. So Barnes & Noble Booksellers in our area has a whole rack, basically, a display of Bissinger's. And so I could have chosen so many things to try, but they're very expensive. And so I chose to get this because there are so many chocolates to try, and it's like, well, this is the best value for the money. But now we have reviewed Bissinger's in 2 different videos. We've reviewed their chocolate bars. We've had the coconut caramel and the banana pecan caramel. Those are actually candy bars. That was in one video. And then in another video, we reviewed the caramel and pretzel, the dulce de leches, and the creme brulee. So we tried those. And I didn't click on the video, but if I'm remembering correctly, we might have got those at Jungle Jim's International Market. So what you do with this is it comes just like this. There's no plastic on the outside. But when you open it up like this, there's plastic on this part. I simply took the plastic off and removed this so I could take a picture before we even started the video. So that's all I've done.
Yeah, because once we eat them, they're gone.
Yes, and normally sometimes I'll pause the video.
Yeah.
In this way, I don't have to even pause the video because I've already taken the picture. I'm actually going to remove the magic, and I'm going to take this out so that I can look at the cheat sheet on the back. So.
Yeah, I always like it when it's printed on a separate sheet, so you can just have it separate.
What? Yeah, and not flip it over. But I'm grateful.
I'm glad they have the anything,
because so many chocolate companies do not have anything to let you know what it is, and I think that's very important because otherwise it gets wasted a lot of times. There might be something that you specifically just don't like.
So you take a bite out and you're like, ugh.
And you're like, throw it away, because I didn't know what this one was. So it says there are 8 servings in the container, 2 pieces, 28 grams is 130 calories. Christmas at Bissinger's was inspired by our chef chocolatier's seasonal confections. Each collection includes our limited edition holiday truffles, painted mint tree, caramel Santa, French cream caramels, and solid chocolate bee. Let's see. We're gonna go through these. I'm just gonna tell you what they are as we go through them, and I'm not gonna do them in order because the first one they list is the mint tree, and I don't want mint first thing because I don't want that in my mouth for everything else. So we're gonna start with the dark red caramel Santa, and you get 2 of these. And it is some red number 40. I told Kevin.
It's been literally painted because the bottom of it is just chocolate.
Yes. It actually does not have red number 40. I make a joke, but it does not have red number 40. It has fruit and vegetable juice for coloring, so you don't have to worry about the coloring. And it's a good...
It's very thick chocolate. But it was very soft chocolate because I cut right through it. That's nice. It's really nice chocolate, very smooth. Even for a dark chocolate, it's very smooth.
You do get the caramel.
You do get the dark chocolate, a little bitter.
Where I'm not used to something with caramel being that thick on the outside, that outer wall of chocolate. It is a lot of chocolate, but you do get that sweet caramel.
Yeah, for a little bit, and then the dark chocolate kind of kicks in.
Yes, it's mainly dark chocolate.
Yeah, that's what you're definitely left with.
The caramel is nice.
Oh, yeah, the caramel is definitely there.
Okay, this one, it looks like a bee. And it says Milk Versailles Vanilla Caramel.
Okay. It's a firm. Oh yeah, that's a firm caramel. It's more the thick, chewy, sticky kind.
Mm-hmm. I was recently in a candy shop, and I got a free sample.
That's what you were chewing on?
Yes.
The Santa was a runnier caramel. This is a chewier caramel.
Yes, this is very, very chewy. It's very thick.
Very good though.
Yes, it is nice. It is not as thick and as big and as chewy as the one that I had from the other candy company.
Right.
But this by itself, honestly, this is easier to eat because it isn't so big.
Yeah.
So
I don't like big hunks. I love caramel, but I don't like big hunks of caramel.
Exactly.
I want something that's manageable.
So this is actually a better, more manageable size to eat.
Of course, I only gave you half.
And the flavor, you're right. And I stuck that whole thing in my
Yeah.
mouth. That's very true. So
So
don't.
if I'd given you the whole thing, you might have been.
So don't stick the whole thing in your mouth. There's the lesson there. Okay. The next one is a dark sugar plum truffle. It has
Like little white speckles on it.
well, that one has white speckles too.
Well, one's peppermint though.
I think that's it. I really do. I think
Dark. Okay.
I think-
Yeah, because it's dark.
yeah.
It just doesn't. This one has like, you can see something sprinkled on there, but it's not.
It doesn't
it's not
look
white
like
the
it does
picture.
in the picture, but I think this
I
is
think
the
you're
right
right, too.
one. Yeah, dark sugar plum truffle. I tell you what, the ingredients are listed here, and if you're interested in the ingredients, I always put those at the end of the video. They're very easy to read ingredients.
Sometimes it's hard to cut straight down through these. Yeah, the other one I picked up with the white sugar is milk, so I know it's not the dark one. What is that one? Sugar plum? It's very sharp, almost like a raspberry. But then again, it's sweet. Like
There is a sweetness there.
a berry.
There is a sharpness there. And
Almost like you're eating raspberry, but it's not raspberry.
I agree. And once you get that sharpness, it stays.
I like it though.
I do too. I think it's very
Yeah,
nice.
it goes really nice with that dark chocolate.
And it's one of those where I'm not going to want a whole box of it.
No.
But I enjoy that one.
I would really like to know what that would have tasted like with milk chocolate too. That would have been nice.
Yes, it would. Okay, now we have
White
a white Christmas cookie truffle.
Red sugar on top.
White Christmas cookie truffle. Oh, look at the inside of that.
It's like layers.
You won't get a picture of the inside at the end.
No way to do it. That's nice. That would cut really easy too. The dark chocolate was kind of hard to cut. That white chocolate cut really nice.
You know, these go in order. These go in order.
No, because that red one was way down here.
Oh. There was one up there too, though.
No, I'm talking about that one. That just took.
Oh. Well, a lot of them, I guess it just happened to be, a lot of them were in order then, huh? That says white.
No, you know what? That could have been there.
It was. I know it was.
So that would have been in order. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
That's what I was thinking, but I wasn't going to argue it. It says white Christmas cookie truffle. To me, it didn't have a cookie texture, but it tasted like cookie dough.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah. It was very sweet to me.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I like that cookie dough flavor, and that is a flavor that you do not get in a box of chocolate. I don't think I've ever had that in a box of chocolate, and I love it that they did that with that
It
one,
was really
because it
good.
does taste like cookie dough.
Yeah.
Okay, the next one is a milk
This
Swiss pecan French cream. Milk Swiss pecan French cream. So it's gonna have.
Looks like a caramely kind of center.
You could keep this box too if you wanted to.
Mm-hmm. It says pecan. You can eat pecan.
Mm-mm. No.
It's nice and sweet, but it's not.
I was expecting to actually see pecan when
or have a piece
Kevin
of pecan.
when Kevin cut into it, and I didn't see any pecans.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not getting the texture of any pecan. I'm just getting a very intensely sweet flavor.
I got one
little bitty.
one or two little bitty, like little bitty pieces.
I got nothing.
So I think they had some maybe sprinkled on the nougat inside,
They
or
missed
whatever
mine.
side, but
I promise
it
I
must
had
have been
that.
very, very few because they're teeny tiny.
But don't you think that one is intensely sweet?
Very, very sweet.
Extremely sweet. Like,
It's as sweet as the caramel was, if not more.
yeah, you couldn't handle more than a couple of those.
Yeah.
You'd
That's a
get
nice
sick.
flavor.
The next one is a white eggnog truffle.
What's this one?
It's the only one that looks like this in the box. You have to admit they have some interesting flavors in here.
No, that's eggnog.
It's terrific.
I like the little, they almost have little crunchy cookies on the outside. That's a nice texture. That's really nice.
It tastes like eggnog. It would be neat. Go ahead and get the next one. It's a dark solid B. It's just literally dark chocolate with a B for Bissingers. It would be neat if you could get the exact same chocolates from another candy company and compare it to this one, because I know we've had eggnog from other companies, but I can tell you that tastes exactly like eggnog.
Yeah, nice, sweet, creamy. I love the crunchy little bits.
It's mainly nutmeg. It's a very, well, it's ginger too, though. There's a little bit of ginger in there too.
It is mostly nutmeg, though.
Mostly nutmeg, but it is, they did a really good job with it, and I'm glad they did it in the white. Usually when companies do eggnog, it is in a white, because you want that flavor to come through, but they did a good job with it. So this is just a dark solid B.
I knew I wouldn't be able to cut that.
You didn't even eat half of that.
I didn't need to. It was very strong. Very dark chocolate. Yeah, it's surprising they did dark chocolate because a lot of companies put their signature chocolate in milk chocolate.
It is very dark, almost to the point of drying your mouth out.
Oh yeah, it does dry my mouth out,
So,
and it's bitter.
There's nothing wrong with it. It's a good quality chocolate. It just wouldn't be my preference. I would just leave the B in the box. Okay, so the next one is milk gingerbread truffle. That's what they tell me every Christmas. Mom, please just leave the B in the box.
Some people wouldn't know what you were talking about. Gingerbread. A little bit. Yeah, they went out of order again.
Now we went out of order. That is some harsh ginger.
It's not as sweet, is it? Is it? Of course, gingerbread's not really necessarily sweet anyways. So.
But usually gingerbread is it's sweeter and it's not so earthy. This particular ginger that they used is more earthy and less sweet.
I agree.
It's a very harsh ginger. There is sweetness there because it's in chocolate. But otherwise, the ginger itself is kind of harsh. It's not my favorite in this collection. The next one is a milk Chardonnay salt caramel. This is what you do. You switch from the dark to the milk, and it helps to even things out.
I don't know what the Chardonnay was, but it's just a salted caramel. It's caramel with salt.
You absolutely get the salt. I like this one more.
That caramel's not as chewy as that.
Mm-mm.
It's a little softer.
Mm. The whole thing is softer.
Mm-hmm.
You really get the salt. You get the sweetness. That is my favorite caramel in the box.
Yeah, mine too, because the first one we had was in dark chocolate.
Yes.
That's the only reason.
This is so easy to eat.
Yeah, this really nice. I like the salt. Now we're back to going in order.
But we're not going to go in their order. We're gonna. I'm gonna go rogue now. We're gonna do the milk pecan caramel. Yeah, I'm going off of what they say. This is a big one. Good
This
grief.
is tough too.
Now don't give me that huge one.
They're the same size.
No, that one's twice as big.
This one has pecans.
This one actually has pecans.
I think the other one was supposed to too. We just didn't get any.
And you taste them.
You taste them.
Mm-hmm. You know, and it's not that they put, I mean, they put enough in there, but it's not like they put a ton. But boy, you really taste those.
A lot of flavor. I think it's the same caramel that's in the salted one too.
It's if you've ever had pecans in like fudge or something, that's what it will remind you of. It's so strong.
It's a turtle.
It's delicious. Yeah, that's wonderful. I don't think it's as sweet as the
as
the salted caramel. But I think that one came the salt working with the caramel made it seem sweeter. But they did a really good job with that pecan.
Which is very good.
Okay, the next one is a dark. How would you say that? Bouche. Dark bouche.
Bouche de Noël.
De Noël truffle. We'll just tell you how it tastes.
It's a truffle.
It's a very crisp truffle.
Yeah, the darker ones do tend to be harder to cut. Tastes like there's a little champagne or something in there. Do you get that flavor?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it reminds me of one of those Charbonnel. That's the champagne truffle. That is what it reminds me of. It's something like that.
Except it's in dark chocolate. It almost immediately kills the flavor.
But it's nice. I think if that were in milk, I don't think the flavor would be as forward as it is.
Could be.
And it's nice. Again, it's one that I would want one of. I wouldn't want a whole box of it, but I do like it.
Their dark chocolate's pretty dark.
The next one is going to be a dark raspberry caramel jewel.
So we're saving all these dark chocolates for the end.
Yeah. The thing is I told you they had a bunch of collections at Barnes & Noble. They had a bunch where you could get just certain flavors. So that's why it was cheaper for me, believe it or not, to spend $36 on this box than it was because I would have been buying like 6 or 7 sets of the same, like 5 or 6 things that were all the same.
What was on? That's the raspberry.
Oh yeah. Raspberry caramel.
Yeah. It's nice. Raspberry is definitely the main flavor.
Mm-hmm.
It's followed up with that darker chocolate flavor, but the raspberry is really, really good, strong.
But it is sweet. Yeah, tart. I didn't get any seeds.
I may have. I don't know. I don't want to say it's seedless, but
I wouldn't want to assure you, but I did not get any seeds.
I didn't feel any seeds. So.
Okay, now we're gonna go to the Christmas tree. This is the dark green mint tree. So there were 2. Basically, we're reviewing 14 chocolates because you got 2 Santas and 2 trees. Everything else is different. And this is a mint tree.
It's green.
Oh wow, that's neat.
Even the caramel or the mint inside is green.
That's like a spearmint.
Spearmint, yeah.
I wasn't expecting that.
No, that's actually nice.
Usually you don't get spearmint in a box of chocolate.
No, it's definitely different. It's very strong spearmint.
I'm glad we didn't eat that first.
Yeah,
I
it would have been a
wish,
little too much.
honestly, I wish I had waited on that one for the very last one. Because that would have been a really nice, like
Cleansing.
like at the end of the meal to freshen your breath. That is just like having an after dinner mint, like an after 8.
Yeah.
Okay, the last one we're going to be trying.
So we're we eat everything but 2 of them.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
We tried 14. The last one is a dark peppermint truffle. So we're going from spearmint to peppermint. I'll take that one. Yeah. You always give me the big side.
It's cut at an angle. The chocolate's really thick.
Mm-hmm.
You know those candy canes on top look like they would be nice and crunchy. They're not.
No, they're not.
Soft.
They're very chewy.
It's okay.
It is it's, yes, I do like the dark. I do like, I like the texture and everything, except the texture of the candy canes, because when they put them on, it did get soft. I would have rather had them crispy, crunchy, but maybe some people wouldn't want them crunchy. Maybe they don't want that crunch with the dark chocolate.
Goes good with the dark chocolate.
I think this would be a very.
You'll need a whole box by yourself.
I know it's a lot of chocolate. It's very rich. I think this would be a very luxurious gift to give someone for Christmas. You are not going to see this brand in a regular grocery store. No, you're not going to see it there because it is a more luxury chocolate. So if you were to give this to somebody, they would know. Never seen that brand in Walmart. You know, you would know that this was a nicer box of chocolates, but this would be something nice to get for somebody that doesn't spend money on themselves like that. Because I know that we do not ordinarily spend $36 on a box of chocolate.
That's just for a review.
But I do think it's really nice
very good.
quality. It's very good quality chocolate. The flavors for almost every single one of them were exactly what they were supposed to be. Except
Actually, only that one pecan caramel one.
where it was missing some pecan.
Yeah, it's the only one.
Everything else was exactly the way it was supposed to be, and I'm glad they included some different flavors in here that you don't ordinarily see, like the cookie dough flavor and the spearmint. That's different, and so I think this would be a really good box to buy for somebody.
Very good.
But I hope you enjoyed the video. I will have some pictures for you at the end, and thanks for watching.